Aloha and mahalo for joining me. It's Dave Lawrence, and we have a unique opportunity here, a band making a debut appearance in the islands who have a special connection in the way they've sold out in advance. So few bands come here and can get rid of all their tickets in advance, and Paramore have. And Haley Williams, Jeremy Davis, and Taylor York joined me here at the table at Waterfront at Aloha Tower. Aloha, and thanks for being here.
Hey, aloha.
How exciting.
Good to see you guys. And how was I guess the last show that I've been kind of watching your overseas odyssey online, and I was taking a look at some of the international dates. I was marveling at the connection with the crowd in Singapore. Did you play anywhere since then? Have you gigged anywhere? Or was that the last one?
Singapore was the last date, before we came over this way, but we played a lot of places actually for the first time. Singapore, that was our second trip, but we did Jakarta and Bali, Hong Kong. It was really amazing. Like, the crowds there, nuts. They were incredible.
Yeah, well, we saw it in the videos. Some of the, in particular, I guess I was watching, you were the only exception and Decode, but like the sing-along and the only exception when you just back away from the mic in this one video that's on YouTube, and the crowd is so strong you don't even really need to sing. Why does that make you feel when you can connect, on the other side of the world from us?
I think, it's just really, in those moments, it's really humbling because you're totally giving everything over to them, and to feel that energy come back at you with that kind of force is just it's just bigger than us being on a stage. It's the energy is incredible. It's fantastic. It feels good.
You looked really humbled in that there's this one moment in that tune, and you back up sort of from the mic, and the people are so loud you don't even need to sing, and you look like you really appreciate making that connection on the other side of the world. What's the connection to the islands for you guys? How about yourself, Jeremy? Where have you been here before? Have you sort of encapsulate your experience with Hawaii?
Wow, this is my first time. I think it's Taylor's first time to Hawaii also. Haley's been one other time before, but man, we're so stoked to be here and can't believe that we're like getting to play music here for a sold-out crowd, and it's in such a beautiful area and feels amazing outside at like the best time of year. It's like the perfect situation, so we're all so stoked to be here.
Well, that's cool. And so your first time too, never been to Hawaii?
Never been before, but really, really excited. I have a magnet at home that says Aloha, y'all. It says Nashville Hawaiian style, so I've been waiting for years to come here just so I can say that. Yeah.
And the thing, as I was sort of introducing you, which is true, in the islands here, and I'm sure you wouldn't be familiar with this, but like shows rarely sell out in advance, and this is a tough economy. People here it's a real have and have not place. Most people don't have a lot of dough who are living here, and so we just had a lot of really cool rock shows in a row. But yet yours is totally sold out in advance. It's sort of on the same tip of when you think about that unusual connection which we discussed in Singapore, which is on display elsewhere. Why do you think it is that some places connect with your music and others maybe it's harder to sell the tickets?
You can't ever tell. I mean, I think we're so surprised anytime we go anywhere that people like give us the kind of reaction that we'll get in places like that we've never been before. I mean, like I said before, it's really humbling, and you can't prepare or do anything to make it go better or worse. All you can do is just kind of do what you do best and go out there and give it all of it, all of yourself to those people. So I guess, I don't know. I think like if we go somewhere once and we give it everything, we have a great show. I mean, as long as at least 5 or 10 of those people had a good enough time to come back and we can play for them again, then we know we did something right.
What were you here before? Your old man's show or something at this venue?
Yeah. I was here watching that show, and actually, the next night, I think it was the next night, there was like the big tsunami, and we had to get out of town real quick.
Wow, you were here for that.
I was definitely right here. It was frightening, but we're back, and everything seems to be going good, so fingers crossed it stays that way.
Were you on any other islands, or were you only here?
No, we would have gone to another island because we were supposed to stay a few more days, but like having to get out of here so fast, we were just scrambling to get on a plane back to California. It's just like, get me out of here.
I can imagine. I'm sure you were happy to get away from that, and we were happy it wasn't worse. When you think about, I was taking a look at, as I mentioned, I probably watched maybe maybe 3/4 of the show from Singapore the other night. Some people made some dope videos of that thing. You should see them. I mean, the quality of this one set of videos was so good. And Josh Freese, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
The drummer of the band. What's when it comes to rhythm sections and connecting with people? You know, I was watching him. The dude is ferocious. Like, what is it that helps you lock in with some people and others not so much?
Oh wow, it's crazy. Josh Freese, he's on so many unbelievable projects, and actually hanging out with him, he's such a joyful person just to be out playing music for a living still, and it's crazy. You can really feel his passion, and you know, it's one of those things where you feel each other playing together rather than having to really pay attention to what he's doing, you know. And he's just so smooth. Pretty awesome. But yeah, that tour in South America was amazing with him for sure.
Well, just watching that dude in Decode, like, there's like these slamming little, like, really simple moves, and he'll do a stick twirl in the middle. I mean, he's got so much. He just looks cool doing it too.
Yeah, he does have his own style for sure. I mean, we like so many times during the set, I would just look back and watch him, you know, and then kind of realize, like, oh, okay, you got a show to play. Like, you have to turn back around now.
Right, yeah, you get off on his killer drum work. How about yourself when it comes to arrangements of the melodic stuff, and you've got these backup folks on the tour who absorb some of that responsibility? And I find that an interesting sort of phenomenon. We just had Korn here the other day, and they have two guys who they really rely on for filling out their sound, you could say. When it comes to that, do you do a lot of this planning that you're sort of involved in, or is it laid out by the band? How does the dividing up of the arrangements go?
You know, we're still kind of trying to figure all that out. It's still a kind of a new thing for us to have backup people playing for us. But I think the thing we found that's been really important is having good relationships. You know, like my brother's playing guitar, and a really good friend of ours from home is playing guitar as well. And so having people that you have a good relationship with, it kind of makes the whole situation a lot easier. So it's not as much like a band leader just telling everyone what to do. It's kind of, we're just all figuring it out together. So.
Is that sort of the same approach when you think about, like, I mean, that's a great answer. So you're saying for you guys what has worked is you're populating these backup musician spots with people that you trust and that you can gel with. Is that the same way, just out of curiosity, that it works with the staff that run the show? Like, when it comes to picking tour managers and people to go out and oversee your tour, is it chosen on that same basis, or is it chosen in a different way?
Yeah, we definitely, everyone that works out on tour for us and everybody that's out there, it's almost to the point where we don't consider it, maybe it's to a fault, but we don't really consider it like, hey, we're the bosses and all these people work for us, and it really is like a family out there, and that's something that's so unique, and we realize how unique it is more and more. Like as we go along, we tour with other bands and we see kind of the way they do touring. You know, it's the craziest when we're at a festival and you see, like, I don't know, like who have we played? We played with one of the last festivals we played. There's so many big bands around, and it just seems like such a cold environment a lot of times. And you get around us and our crew, and we've all grown up together, a lot of us, and then some of the people that have come on in the last couple of years just fit right in. And if they don't, then usually it's very natural. They just kind of part ways, and then we find someone else.